and maybe you guys can have a round of QA and just brainstorm some more ideas for the KPIs and if we need to change any goals.
Would you please send a link here?
I will drop it right now. Okay, I'll leave you guys with that, and I'll be back very shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Ramin, I don't know what's wrong with your sound, but it's like there's some major feedback. If I unmute you,
Can you hear me?
it sounds really bad.
I can't hear anyone, but I see someone's talking.
I can hear you, Marco.
I can hear you too.
We hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Wow, weird. I can't hear you.
Well, there's a lot of sound issues.
I'm trying to try disconnect and connect again.
Because Ramin's is the worst, though. Ramin, can you try? I mean, right now you're just muted, Ramin, and until you tell me you fixed your sound somehow, I'm gonna keep you muted.
How are you guys? Are you okay? Very well. A matter of the fact, we changed the timing of the sprint planning for IO, a couple of days sooner. So we just have one schedule for both dApps right now. Every Monday we start our planning and for a sprint, and it takes 2 weeks. And because of that, I invited Mateo for planning for IO in the trace meeting. After the meeting was finished, we sort our issues, and we planned for our current sprint. And it's kind of fixed for 2 weeks. Let me show you here. I don't have any agenda for planning. Let me see that.
Sorry guys, can you see Monique's screen?
Let me share it again.
Maybe.
Can you see it right now?
No, I can't. I should restart my Discord maybe.
I can't see it either.
Oh, it says you. I'm gonna disconnect that. Strange.
Yeah, Discord is not being nice in this call.
Oh, strange. Let me share my screen one more time. Let me just mute your stuff. I think. Can't see my screen? How strange is it?
Nope.
I don't know what I have to do. I may get out and come back. It might help. Sorry. Can you see my screen right now, guys? Wow.
Yeah, I can see now.
Now it works.
Wow. Thank you. Please take a look at our current sprint planning for Giveth 2. We just plan for these items here. It mostly the same items that we have in our last sprint, and because Mato is not available for the Paris Ethereum conference, we just edited some of the issues, and re-estimated, and we just changed the timing of our sprints from Mondays to Mondays, the same timing with the trace. So as you can see, there is lots of planned item here. Nothing is in progress. And, I don't know how about the contribution of the Carlos during this sprint. And that Mato said to me that he's going to be ask him how much he can contribute and do the stuff. And it's what we have right now for this. I don't have any agenda for planning or reviewing, the sprints of the Giveth 2. But we have some, we have the agenda today for, reviewing our goals and the values of, Giveth circle, dev circle, or development circle. So I gonna share my screen on where was the link sent? I supposed to put all dev here. I appreciate if you can open it and take a look at this, which is going to be back about 10 or 15 minutes later. And he wants to, the agenda of him is just want to finish this document. If you take a look at it, that the circle, our circle name is the Giveth platform circle. That we working on platform, and this circle is the terminal for designers, developers, system engineers, and programming students alike, and is where the future of giving is being built now. We work with the community circle to get feedback from users and design a workflow that make it easy for people to create, give, receive, and trace. And I have some comments here that you can see. The forest, and I think Marco or Amin just had some comments here. And the goals are fund public goods, incentivize donations, create white label, support fiat and crypto donations, and improve usability. And there is a paragraph to items how to engage weekly developer meetings, and the channels for contribution and engagement, and the links to GitHub and to the YouTube channel. And and from the MP workshop, there are some things that Mitch bring it here. some proposals that develop open source donations applications, reward public goods value creation, build DApp by and the free community, improve accessibility of blockchain technology. And proposal number 2, develop digital public goods, make accessible dApps, incentivize donations, the same as that we have right here. I'm not a good person to manage, the goals and the purpose of our, platform circle. I'm product man. If to talk with me, I'm just considering KPIs, and the long-term goals, and the routine of working and engaging is somehow clear to me. Having some ceremonies and everybody's role is much more. It's kind of clear to me. The peoples that work on the products, operations and developers, and it's a little bit clear to me. But yes, this meeting is just to finish up this document. I just want somebody to lead this meeting. Marco, can you help me? Anyone else?
I mean, I can always help. You want to talk about what do you need help with?
Yeah, leading this agenda of finishing the Giveth platform circle goals and responsibilities. It's our agenda requested by Mitch, and he's be back about 15 minutes.
Well, there's no other agenda for this topic? There's no other topic for this call?
Because I told you, because we finished up this agenda of planning or Giveth 2. I think it's a little bit clear about planning, and we don't have any review or demo for Giveth 2. And we just waiting for some things that we get finished during the design and stuff. We're kind of blocked here, and I think I don't have anything right now here, but I appreciate if you have something to chat about it before the Mitch can join us.
No, I mean, I would say then we just pause for 15 minutes and wait for Mitch to come back. I'm sure we all have 15 minutes of random stuff we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, talked about how verification process should work. It's a little technical and a little UX works. Can I show you it for this free time?
Yeah.
So let me. Do you have my screen?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't zoom right now. Yeah. So, the user comes to our Giveth trace from Giveth.io with just a slug of the project, and then the user should sign in with the MetaMask, and then we have a checking here. User has profile in our DB or not. If it doesn't have the profile in Giveth trace database, we should in the front end call the create user request, and the user should sign another message with MetaMask to call the backend. And after that, we come here. If user has registered before in the Giveth trace, these steps would skip. And here, front end call the feathers, Giveth step call the feathers, and says, yeah, I'm signing and I want to create a campaign for that project. In here, the feathers call the Giveth.io, Giveth.io with GraphQL, and ask him the project info of this slug. And here, when the feathers get the project info, it would check the project address be this user wallet's address. If it's not equal, we do not anything. And if it was equal, we check the project ID. Every project ID of Giveth projects have one campaign in our DB. And if we had campaign, we don't create the second time. And after that, we get and check our all the info of project. We send the data to Giveth app. Giveth app should sign another time and get a TX hash. So it would send the TX hash to Feathers server, and Feathers after that should wait until the event comes from blockchain. It's a little presentation, a short presentation of how we should implement project verification. That's it. If you have any comment or any suggestion, it would be great to share.
I think this looks awesome, Mohammed. I think this is great, and this is definitely going to be like at least our needs for right now until we move forward. So I think this looks great, and I'm excited to see all of the both the applications coming together and starting to integrate. So this is really cool. Thanks for making it.
Yeah. You're welcome. I should send this diagram link in the devs channel. So if everyone wants to see it, it would be good.
Okay. Sorry.
Mohammed, one question, or maybe just a simple request. Can you add to the diagram a possible screens within the dApp where these things happen? I mean, I can imagine obviously user signs in and then creates a project, create a project page, and then user confirms project info, I guess. That's
I think Monique, you made one, right?
Yeah, Mohammed, would you please present that pictures too?
What? I think that Marco wants your mockup, yeah, Monique? It needs that. Yeah, you share your screen, or I should show it? I don't know how. Thanks, Monique.
Hi guys, sorry, I missed a calendar event.
No problem. And can you see my screen right now?
Yep.
Yeah, Marco, this is the idea. Sorry about the design. It's awful, but it's a kind of mock-up. We send a link to the project manager of the IO, and after that, he connects his wallets. After signing his wallet, we get the project information, the profile information for the Giveth. After it confirms as signed, here it signs its, identity here. We just fetch the.
Sorry, just a question before we move. A quick question before we move on. Do we pull the information, his personal information already, or he needs to input his information again?
No. These fields are fixed. It's just
So he just confirms.
Yeah, just confirm. Because of profile IO, his project is going to be verified. He just want to make his project traceable. After it goes to this page, it just signs and we just want to have this landing page to have 3 signs for the users. One just for connect his wallet, confirm his profile, and just confirm his project. And after that, we may show him some, useful links here after that. And the
got it.
diagram that Muhammad shows was something that's going to be very technical. Just making sure that the user has the profile in the trace or not, and about the different slugs, name of the projects in IO and the projects in and the campaigns in trace, and they have lots of surveys about that, and I think that was the final chart that they reached. Yeah.
Okay. And why does the user have to connect his wallet if he's already logged in with IO?
As I know, we're totally different from the IO because we're doing all of the things and stuff on the blockchain and network, and because of that, we need, if you want to create a, for example, campaign, we just need his sign in his wallet, to connect that wallet address to the campaign. It goes to the smart contract stuff. And that's all what I know. But can provide more information.
I think it's simply that we just need them to confirm that they have their address, and then we make that address the campaign manager.
Yeah, and lots of things too. For example, if we create on behalf of the campaign manager, the campaign's manager name would be the admin instead of the. And if we're going to be change it, we have to do lots of weird things. For example, go through a smart contract, changing every fields of a campaign, and even for signing, and creating profile here. Lots of information here goes through a smart contract, and we need his identity and his wallet address to confirm it. And and I think it's a good start that. We just plan to do more designs on, creating, for example, profiles for all of the users in the IO instead of just for project managers. If we want to go integrate these two dApps in the future, I think it's a good start to think about it and, have more user stories. That's it.
Okay, is there an issue written for this task on GitHub attached with these mockups and everything?
Because I assume that you were busy, I don't assign it to you. But yes, there is.
No. You just create and assign to me. You always do that, and then we will see.
Because we just started to do it in this sprint, and we think that we can deliver it on next Monday. But if you are
including the designs,
we just want to bring all of that we have right now without any, design here. But sure,
no problem.
I appreciate if you can help us, because I heard that you were too busy. I didn't assign it to you, but if you take a look at here, we.
Well, it's gonna need design anyway, sooner or later. So you can create a task for like a design task, or just add me to this one and add a label needs design or something. Okay, and that should be like a standalone page, right? So like when I click on it from my Giveth.io profile or my project page, like become verified or something, it opens up a new page, right? With this.
But I'm not sure that's where Angel wants to put that link. But I assume that she wants to send it, via email, or after the compilation of. That's a verification process maybe, but we just provide a link for that user.
Okay.
And here I don't see more. Here it's the mark, but the great. I just assigned it to you, but it's kind of epic here, and but what we just started, I think that we can do it because there are lots of applicants here right now that we. They have we don't have any other options here. The other options are very, very weird. For example, like we have create a project on behalf of that project manager, and I can't do anything about that after that. So we just want to deliver it as fast as it's possible. That's it. But yeah, I create a design, and after that we implement it. If you can provide, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And about the here about donation. Let me see it. I think it's done. Donation model redesign. We implemented Marco here, and it's up on the developed trace. But we just have some problems with it. As you said, we changed this donate button to approve and give the infinity access to user. But in our last meeting, Griff said that the infinity access is a little bit challenging, and we have to change it. I asked Griff in private some questions. If you please check your Discord.
I saw them. I don't really like. I really like the way it was. Unfortunately, so like there's the challenge. The challenge is this: our smart contracts are not like Uniswaps. They're not decentralized. It's really not safe to ask people to give infinite approval without another option. I would criticize us for that personally. So I hope we don't do it. And then, but also not giving people the option to trust us is also really annoying. That means every time they have to click 2 transactions, they have to click approve. So we really just need to give them the option, trust us or not. And I think we give that option every time until they trust us.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think if we just change that, we don't change that, let me see that the user has the crypto.
I'm definitely not so worried about the details as long as the people get to have both options of infinite approve or normal approve. And at least until we, change our bridge.
Mm-hmm. And so I ask you in Discord that if there, you can save this, model and just omit the infinity access. Everyone that user wants to click donate, we ask is approved, and after that it goes to donate. What do you think about it?
That's not a good option. That means that there's like, for instance, I would me or any user who does donate a lot would have to click 2 buttons every time. Whereas if they have the option to do infinite approve, then they would only have to click it that one time. And then it would be donate every time.
Yeah. So Marco, I think that we have to go through the old, 3 bar in here. Approve and unlock, infinity unlock, and donate maybe, or just two params, infinity approve or approve.
Yeah, or maybe infinite approve is some small text underneath.
I was thinking of having a checkbox that says infinite approve, and then if you check that, and then just click approve. And if you don't check that, you just approve it one time. That would be possible to do.
That would be great. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, and then the only thing, and then like the next time when I log in, when I try to donate, there shouldn't be approve. There should only be donate. Because if I check one time infinite approve, that's it. Next time I see just donate. I don't see the approval.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So
Thank
just
you.
one checkbox below the button. Is it where to put the checkbox?
Yeah, one checkbox.
Below the button of the approve, yeah.
Or above the
I would
bar.
put it. I would put it above.
Okay.
I would put it above, so it kind of like stands there before you read or before you click donate, so you don't kind of miss it or something. Or yeah, maybe we can put it below. I mean, see for yourself, but I think like above would be better.
Mm.
Like allow infinite approve or allow or just infinite approve or something. Yeah, simple. Infinite approve. Period. Done.
And then, what do you think about the text? Anything to approve? Griff, do you have any opinion about the text?
Yeah, just infinite approve, I think. And then check or uncheck. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Yes, and we don't have any, other options to talk. Is Mitch back here, or he's not?
I'm here.
Yeah. Mitch, can you please go ahead with that?
Before you go, Mitch, Monique, can you please share the link to the GitHub issue that you just demoed me in the All channel? The issue with the GitHub issue that you just showed me for verified project. Can you share a link in the All Dev channel?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks. Sorry, Mitch, go ahead.
No problem. So we decided on the circles. We've got governance and communications community, and then we've got this Giveth platform circle. So it would be nice if we could get everybody, developers, designers, operations, and we could just have a look at our circles description and proposal, coordinate on some goals, and then eventually decide what our current KPIs should be. So I've gone ahead and created a section in our Notion, and I've just dropped it in the All Dev channel. And it would be great if we could get some feedback and make some decisions about what our goals should be and how we want to define the circle. So I will start sharing my screen. And can you guys see all that there?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, great. So a lot of this I just kind of copy and pasted from the original proposal that Danny made. And then I added in some of the goals that were already decided. So, these are the ones that were already there. And then further down, we have a couple that were decided on during the Mission, Vision, Values workshop. And there's a quick description. Again, I didn't really change much of this from Danny's proposal, but I see in the original Google Docs I made, there was lots of comments from Monique and others. So I'd like to just hack on it a bit and get more feedback. Does anyone have any comments? So looking at this description here, looking at the goals, currently there's 3 different ones that we could choose from. Does anyone feel strongly about any of these? I noticed that the ones from the MVV workshop seem to be something that we really aligned on, but we really just need to choose which version we feel great about or if there's any changes or additions.
I definitely don't like the word incentivize. Just
Mhm.
like it turns some people off.
Right. Okay.
Other than that,
From a development
that's-
standpoint, do you think that's something that we should cut from our wording?
Yeah, I think we should cut the word incentivize from wording all over the place.
Okay. Because this is going to be something internal, like within people who are onboarding into the development circle, they're going to be looking at this. This isn't going to be necessarily like external user facing.
Yeah, I think the first proposal is good. The first proposal, reward public goods value creation. Better than incentivize donations. It basically says the same thing. I think proposal 1 is just better. Just go with that.
Okay. Do you guys feel like the design parts of the circle are represented in these goals?
I think so. Develop open source donation applications and build dApps by and for the community. It's like we talk about specifically what we're building and then also like where feedback is coming from and like who's guiding the building process. And then like reward public goods value creation is kind of like the intentions of the dApps and improving accessibility. I think it like covers design, it covers building, it covers our values and intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like
Marco, how do you? Oh, go ahead, Lauren. Sorry, I
it's
didn't mean
okay.
to cut
And
you
then
off.
I think something like when we kind of the previous ones that were like create white label or like make fiat donations, it's like almost like it gets too specific and then we like box ourselves in and then in the future we have to kind of change things. But rather if we leave it a little bit more open, like improving accessibility, like that also includes supporting fiat donations or, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Marco, do you feel like your goals are represented in these?
Yeah, especially around the accessibility of blockchain technology. But I would probably mix like proposal 1 and proposal 2. Like from the second one, I would say develop digital public goods, and then make accessible dApps. And then from the first, build dApps by and for the community. Something like that, maybe. But yeah, overall, I think it does cover. Just check.
So you would say like take the top 2?
Yeah, just read the one.
The top 2 would be develop digital public goods and make accessible dApps.
Yeah, engineering. Yeah, but I like the improve accessibility of blockchain technology title more. These are the details, but yeah, overall, I think.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you feel like making a proposal for the goals, like just mix and match, and otherwise, are there any other suggestions from Amin or Monique for these goals?
I support proposal 1 because it's came for all the might from the MVP meetups and
yeah, we spent a lot of time on this.
Yeah, it covers all the aspects, I think. But if we get back to that meetings that we have for MVVs, there are lots of issues for developers. For example, I remember that for example once that we would like to change our projects and learn new things. I think they should be considered here. The things that, for example, the developers wants to have. It might not be related to the goals of the platform, but I think I appreciate if you can load the MVP file. I think there are.
Where did we put that in the Notion? Do you guys remember where that's hiding? A vision and mission. Here we go, right in front of me.
Yeah, products, givers, project campaigns, and
Yeah, this is the vision.
yeah, the developers. I don't know that the developers should be considered here in platform or not, but I think if you take a look at these other circles, there are not developers there, so we have to consider it here.
Developers achieve success in personal development by working collaboratively, transparently, and efficiently.
So all goals here, in the platform just want to be promoter members, and main members are here developers, and that's why I think if you want to define goals, we have consider all team members in it.
Okay, so just maybe if I could get something concrete for you, are you saying that we should incorporate this vision statement somewhere in our circle manifesto?
Maybe, yeah. But not sure. Yeah, it's just a suggestion.
I mean, like, we can definitely pull something from in there and make it look pretty. That's no problem. Amin, how do you feel about this stuff?
No, thanks for asking me. Actually, I totally believe that we should separate discussion of development and the community calls. Maybe we have, I don't know how we can do it. We can have different circle for us. The discussion of development is separate from the market, from the advertisement, from the production goals. Yeah.
I think that was your intention, Monique, with just making one dev call, right?
The one dev call, what do you say?
I think Monique was suggesting in the community call the other day of just not having IO or trace, but having just one dev call.
Yeah, I mean, you are talking about just one circle here, yes? The goals of the one circle.
Exactly,
you mean that all of the community we have just one circle and it talks about everything? Yeah.
No. This is just for product development. So this is just for designers and developers, and maybe some operations people like Kai.
We just have 3 circles: one government, one community, and one they call it product development or platform. And the goals of the platform are these. If you consider something that affects our goal here, let's see.
I mean, the production would be more technical and, talking about the business concept, for instance. Fund public goods development, should not be involved in the mindset of the development.
Do you see at the bottom, we have some proposals in that document? So we have proposal 1, proposal 2. This is the stuff that we worked on in the mission, vision, values workshop. And so we're just discussing replacing the goals up here with perhaps this first one instead. Because this is something that was a little bit more collaborative.
But I really want to hear more from Amin. If you were, if you have a circle focusing on development, what's your goal there?
My goal wants to be wants to be researching about the latest approach in the blockchain development. Implicate, making the current application stable, and it includes many things: security, scalability, and something that is very essential because they were not considered during 3 years. We have just developed an MVP, and we have in the mindset we have the mindset of creating MVP. So and we didn't think about a real application that will onboard many users. About gathering data and analyze user data. It should be, and adapting the late. I said maybe it's included in the first one, but adapting the latest design and modern design and modern UI implementation to onboard more users. Integrate more users, gathering more users to applicate.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah. And technically, development is if you want to be a very efficient development, you should be less distracted and more focused on your production. And talking about many other stuff may reduce your performance, or unless you dedicate some times for really some time for that stuff. For instance, we say, okay, I have to work 40 hours per week. I'm working more. For every developer, I'm working more. But put some amount of time for following up with other stuff like, I don't know, the community stuff. But we haven't planned for that right now. Till now, we had not such plan.
Okay.
I think if you want to reach a goal, good wording, you can consider that developers here they're at the MVP with the sentence of Amin and kind of have a mixture for it here. It's make it more kind of technology based requirement.
Yeah.
In the goals, you mean?
Sorry?
In the goals, you're talking about having more technology focused.
Yeah, and if you take a look at the number 4, I think improve accessibility of blockchain. It's a business thing.
Well, I mean, engineering, intuitive interfaces.
I mean that MVV for developers. If you bring it to here, I think you copy it.
Yeah, I've got it on the screen, I'm pretty sure. Oh, MVP for developers.
I mean, take a look at this. You as a developer want to achieve success and personal development by working collaboratively, transparently, and efficiently with clear structure, communication, and goals to build the future of Giveth. It's if you remember, it's the conclusion of all the requirements for all the developers here. But you can add something and put it in the goal. For example, if you want to create a platform, we just want to have a good technology and good use of technology and maybe improve the the skills of our team members here. But I'm not a good professor at this, but just trying to help you.
Okay. So maybe we can incorporate some of Amin's feedback into I think the goals are pretty well representative of what Amin was just talking about here. I think a lot of the same things he mentioned are touched on in a lot of these in proposal number 1.
The second one, I'm talking about, for instance, the second bullet. The second bullet.
Proposal number 2?
Goods. No, the proposal number 1, for instance, the bullet 2.
Reward public goods value creation.
Yeah. I guess it's so special about the business, not about development. Maybe as a member, I should.
Sorry, I mean, I actually wanted to remove this one because it's kind of not product specific in that sense. It's more of like overall organizational. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone feel strongly about having it included? All right. Let's take it out of here. And then so we've got 3 bullets here left. Is there something that's not represented by these 3?
Stabilizing the current application. We should put some. We should also part of our goal to make our application robust and not be. We have not onboard user, but we should keep our application up every time, 20 hours, 7 days per week. And it's not something that we can guarantee right now.
Mm-hmm. Is this just part of our short-term roadmap, or is this something that you want to define the circle as it evolves?
As it evolves. It should be all the times. Every application needs maintenance. No application in the world that say, okay, I made it ready, so leave it. This will work now.
Okay. Yeah, Monique?
Yeah. For example, I have an experience that we set goals for each, for example, circle organization, and after that, we extract KPIs from that goal. For example, if we have a technical team and their goal was to, for example, having a great product, blah, blah, blah. But the KPI was, for example, to increase the automatic test coverage. For example, the KPI was improving the CI/CD process. For example, the goal was the KPI was having all the knowledge of the team members shared with all of the team members. These KPIs came from that goal. So we have to set a goal, a kind of technical thing that we can have some KPIs for it. If it's to a business, everything is going to be vague. But I'm a little bit we just have some 3 circles, and it's not very clear that which of them are business and which of them are technical. For example, we have community circle here, and community circle. I don't know that product itself should be talked in community circle or be in the development. If it's on the community side, for example, me, UX, and everything, for example, test should go to community because it's kind of product stuff. It's not technical stuff. If we want to have it on, platform circle here, we have to talk a little bit, business type wise. For example, if you ask me as a product man, I think, okay, CAC is matter, cost of acquisition. For example, the churn rate is matter. The number of the users is matter. The onboarding time is the matter. So these are the KPIs that have to extract from the goals of the business thing. What is our purpose for setting goals for the circle? Just to know what's we aim to do it. It's a very general criticism about setting goals. But let's have a talk about it. I'm not sure that this meeting is for talk about this stuff or not. but we are in the middle of the nowhere that go too much, technically or a little bit business-wise. We have to decide.
Well, we have to consider who's in the group, right? So mostly developers and designers, and then maybe like one or two high-level people here.
It's all related to what the circle is defined for. If we want to define the goals based on the persons here, this is something different. If we want just to set goals, for the teams, we have to say what is this? What is the team? If a team consists of a UX designer, product manager, for example, a scrum master and tester, so we have to talk. We have to have lots of goals that be product-wise, be technical-wise. For example, with the user experience-wise.
Yes, I hear what you're saying. And so I'm saying is we've got developers and designers. And so we need to look at the goals. Like we know what the team is. It's the people in this room. And so we need to decide what our goals are. It seems very clear to me what the team is, but we just need to like sit down and say, do these align with us, the people in this room right now?
Okay. If we want to say that the people in this room, we have to go, and choose goals, both business and technical. So
yes, but it's going to be more technical, right? Because from a business to standpoint, like maybe Amin can't necessarily relate to these goals, right? He's looking for technical goals that he can work towards, right? Same with Marco. What are his design goals? And so they should be proportional to the people that are represented in this team or in this circle.
Yeah, I just want to say that we can't go through one specific goal. According to Amin, we have to bring all of the goals here. It might be if you ask me, I'm just setting goals. I just want to say on board or have lots of people engage with our platform to make a better world. It's totally business phrase.
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying, Monique. By the way, I'm Mitch in the proposal number 3. I just put these two that I think from those, these two can be high level, develop digital public goods and improve user experience, usability and accessibility of blockchain technology. From these two, we can easily draw some, whatever OKRs and KPIs and the stuff that Monique is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That are kind of not business goal related in that sense, in those terms, but more of what we're doing in the product. These are high level. From here, we can then drill down and create maybe some individual specific things, like what kind of user experience you want, what kind of onboarding, and what kind of on-ramping, off-ramping, and all this kind of stuff, and how to improve the accessibility. Accessibility in the design world is it's a heavy word. It also, it does imply also creating digital products that are accessible by everyone. So more inclusive. That means also for disabled people with all kind of disabilities, and the Web3 technology itself is kind of limiting a little bit in that sense, you know what I mean? And also our product is not accessible. We're not really doing any development efforts as up until now, probably should. I would kind of cautiously use that term.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, I changed the title to improve user experience, usability, and accessibility of the blockchain technology. This is what our contribution as a team, as a Giveth team, will be for the whole blockchain technology and blockchain space and everybody else, because it's going to be open source, and we're going to show and lead by example and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, I think these two are fine with me. And then like if we want to add more, yeah, I'm open to any other suggestions.
I would like to just note, I think Lauren, I think that's you. You helped me fill out the product development and maintenance there.
Yeah, I think it needs to be fix the wording, but I think it kind of generally captures this idea that we want like the dApps to be robust, scalable, stable, and then like work towards our overarching values. I think this is like the general concept that is missing from the rest of the goals.
I think this is some of the stuff that Amin was trying to say about, really building out some of those technical aspects that are involved in maintenance.
Yeah, I think it makes it better for
Okay.
I really
maybe we could like add a security. Go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just adding maybe something like security, scalability. What else?
I'm just looking at the notes here from Amin. He says gathering, analyzing user data, adapting the latest modern design and UI.
It's related to
It's related to the third point. So like something security, scalability, and something like that could be like in the second bullet. And then we have just 3, developing digital public goods, something like secure, scalable, whatever, and then touching on the user experience, usability, and that stuff. Like these could be like our main goals as a product circle.
And maybe we can use this point that Lauren made and just
just in the proposal number 3, the mix-up, I just added the one in between, so you can fill in maybe just with a little bit different wording or something like that.
Yeah, like we can just take this point she drafted and
make it better. Yeah,
just work it a little bit.
Honestly, I think that the first goal and the first goals in proposal 1 and 2 say essentially the same thing, except the first goal in 1 is like more accurate. Like digital public goods seems to me like, I mean, we're not developing digital public goods, we're developing donation applications. And I feel
we can. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's fine.
And then
but like, I kind of see that as a digital public good. So.
Yeah, but I think it's like.
At the end, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think this. Yeah, I mean.
I think the digital public good is the bridge that we're creating between the philanthropic nonprofit world and the crypto, right? That bridge is the public good. But I also hear, like, from a technical aspect, it's like, well, we're building donation applications.
Yeah, I also like open source as well. Open source donation applications, I think, is like a key part of what we're doing.
Guys, I have to leave now. Sorry, but I'm gonna check out the final proposal or whatever we end up with.
Yeah.
So, will this be up for voting or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we have a good, solid proposal, we'll put it up on the forum. We'll get advice process, and then we'll take it to a vote on the DAO.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks. Just feel free to continue contributing in the Notion doc, Marco.
All right. Thanks. Will do.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Monique, I'd like if you have more ideas for the goals, like maybe you can draft something here, and we can continue looking at it.
My writing is not very good as yours.
Yeah, just some ideas, At least if we get some more ideas, then maybe I can write around it, and
A little bit worried about the personal roadmap of developers. They want to learn new things. They want to contribute in lots of projects. They want to. I don't know if it's related or not. It's just my concern.
Developers working in different projects or like floating around.
Maybe. Yeah, they want to know things. They want to be updated. I'm just working with developers for more than 15 years, I think. And I know if you want to, reach your goals, you have to fulfill their needs, and it's a thing that I'm very worried about. If we define goals too, productively or too businessly, we may miss this. We may have, for example, very good and stable product, but if we don't have very good support of technical team, for example, our technical team change during time, new members come, they don't have very, sustainability in the project. It's a little bit affect our goal. I see lots of examples during these years. I'm not sure about the warning, not about the phrase, but.
Are you saying that we should represent in our goals that developers should be given the opportunities to grow and learn?
Maybe the requirements. Because of that, I just want to mention you that the MVP for developers requirements, what the developers want. And if we take a look at it a little bit more closely, more accurate, I think we can have it in our goal.
Okay. I'm just going to paste it here in the notes, and then we can keep track of it. Okay, I think that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, and we can work that somewhere into the description of our circle.
Maybe a phrase that we our goal is reaching these goals with just praising our team members. Maybe with just
praising. You said
maybe.
Or encouraging personal development.
Maybe have their contribution in a long time. Be with him, share or accomplishments with them, something like this. You're gonna share or want to have our accomplishments share with our all team members, kind of things.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. How do you guys feel about if me taking these suggestions and improving this this proposal here and just asynchronously doing some QA on it? What I would really like to get from this meeting is just like some solid goals. And so working on these three that we have here, proposal 1, proposal 2, and then this third one that we just started. Is there anything that you feel that is not represented in this third proposal? That we can, these goals right here, I imagine, is what we're going to be deriving our KPIs from. So is there something that the developers want to see on there? Amin made a really good point about creating robust, stable, secure, scalable platforms. Marco, improving user experience, accessibility, and developing digital public goods.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. Does it really? Do we really have to delete developing dApps by and for the community? I think it is a useful point, and it's the only real difference between the mix-up and the proposal number 1, except some wording that changes and the fourth point.
Sorry, which point were you saying, Lauren?
The second point on proposal number 1 is just taken out. Like the mix-up is essentially proposal number 1 minus this 1 point, but I think this 1 point is actually kind of valuable.
Build dApps, buy-in for the community,
It's like
offering governance rights.
Yeah, it's like part of the goals for development of the platform is to build based on feedback from the community. And this is kind of like an overarching Giveth goal and kind of, I think, should be a goal of the development team as well. Like what the community thinks of what we're building matters.
I do like it.
I like it as well. I think it just gives some of that high level structure that the circle should have.
Yeah.
I agree.
Instead
I
of
missed an important point. Sorry, what was the last point? The
just this one on my screen here that's highlighted. Marco mentioned that maybe it's high level and it's out of scope for the circle, but we're discussing that it's actually really important to the circle and should be included in our goals.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone feels strongly about leaving it out.
The part by the community is very important, and that's things that we have to gather all of the requirements from them, and engage them through this building of a product. It's not producing products, in a closed room. And we should invite them to contribute.
Yeah, and maybe we can just tweak it a little bit to include like the words like using feedback from users and from the community, or like shine a light into that part of it, and that makes it a little bit more developer oriented, I think, and less of a community goal or like Giveth goal and more of a developer goal.
Yeah. Does this offering governance rights to givers on the platform, does that feel like it belongs in a different circle, or is it relevant to this one?
I think it's relevant to our platform. It's very important to be here.
Okay, so from the developer standpoint or from the platform circle, this should be part of our goal, is making sure that givers have governance rights.
Yeah, and even our developer, even our product owner, even our UX designer should know that it has to serve the community for the community, and it belongs to the community.
I like that statement.
Yeah.
More people will have governance rights than just givers too. I mean, developers also have governance rights. Makers have governance rights, right?
But then at one point, do we get out of scope and we start going into the governance circle?
Yeah, maybe it makes sense to kind of have it more overarching, like the community, rather than specifying all of the individual subgroups that have rights.
Yeah.
Governance rights to the community.
Yeah. Or using feedback from users and greater community or something. Just leave it there.
And so this relates specifically to the products that we're building? Or is this part of the governance architecture that we're building?
Yeah, I related less to the governance because, in the Agile product, for example, literature, we have this main stream that you have to develop product, based on the things that you think. You have to go, get all of the requirements from the customer, and even ask him to contribute in your project. For example, as a product owner, as a developer, everything. You're not different from the community. You have to serve the community. You have to serve the customer. You have invited the customer, and you are the customer. You have to think that you are the customer for this product. I think it's a little bit. I look at it a little bit product-wise.
What if we took out like the words governance rights and made it just be like, and allow them the ability to shape the platform, or give them the ability to shape the future of the platform, or something like that, rather than use the words governance rights?
I think that's a great idea, and that was my hesitation, because it's like talking about governance rights, we start drifting into other circles like community and governance. But I like Monique's point about building platforms, with feedback from the community to serve the community. So really, how can we build platforms that will meet the needs of the people that are using it?
Yeah, I think I like that too. I think we can just kind of take the governance part out and then, yeah.
Does anyone feel strongly about keeping the governance rights included in the goal?
My mentor always told me that whenever you want to build a product, I think that you're the customer. Yeah, and want to make that product for yourself.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that point needs a bit of work, but I think we kind of honed in on what we want to say. Are there any objections to these points, or anything that still should be added? Silence is great as well. Okay.
I think it's pretty good. It's just like reworks the wording a little bit, and it'll be nice.
Okay. Good. So can we agree as a circle on these 4 points? Thumbs up. Great. Oh, Lauren's loading. She's going to give us...
I wanted to give you a thumbs up, but well,
There we go. Okay, good. All right. This is progress, guys. I like it.
Sorry about what about adopting the latest technology and engine. Is there? I think there is no room for exploring the new technology and doing some research and using the latest and best practices in our application. The web application are evolving very fast, and we have still using a design from 2 years ago. And
I feel like that's a great point, and I want to add it in the second point here, what you're saying about doing research.
Yeah, and refactoring, revising the UI.
Yeah. Well, we have it here in the third point: improve user experience.
Okay.
Continually adapting intuitive interfaces. Engineering.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think if you just added it in the second point there, like the research part and staying up to date with the latest technologies. Yeah.
It's not necessarily always is the latest, but for instance, if you want to implement something, you need something. Maybe you just say, okay, I know I have some method in my mind. I have some knowledge, but if I do some research, I can find a very better solution in the modern and best practices. No worries. It's not maybe we can keep it implicit and yeah.
I know your concern, Amy.
Yeah, cool.
But if you take a look at my comments there, to share our accomplishments with team members, maybe that encourage them using the edge of technology. Go through edge of technology, maybe.
Okay. I think we can definitely work in what you're saying, Amin, into the second point.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. Thank you.
It needs to, we'll just do a bit of polish on it.
Yeah, no, it seems fine. Thank you.
Okay. And then just in terms for some of the text for the stuff around the goals, I want to use some of the feedback that I've recorded here from you guys and the vision for developers from the mission vision goals, our mission vision values, and we'll fix up some of this text, and I'll take some of the suggestions here from the Google Doc that I had incorporated, and we'll make it look a little bit more representative.
Is there
And then-
necessary we say we have these kind of, for example, meetings here during, is it related to our goals here? Or?
I think it'll be important to include in the documentation, because if people are looking at our circles, they're going to be, the next logical question is, okay, well then, how do I get involved? If this circle calls to them and they're like, yes, this is how I want to participate in Giveth, then giving them that direct link to action.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea to maybe within this documentation include like the working groups that are in this circle and maybe like the lead of that working group, so that if somebody wants to contribute to that working group, they know who to reach out to.
Yeah, that's another thing that we need to decide, though, is what are the working groups and who is leading them, because that's not explicitly clear right now.
Yeah.
And besides, I would love to have a proposal for changing the schedule of the teams, and especially the meetings.
That's the governance call. That's a different one.
No, yeah, but keep it here, please.
Well, why don't you just put up I think I remember you mentioned it during the community call, just merging the meetings and having it on the Monday.
Yeah, weren't you going to make a proposal for that in the forum Monday?
Yeah, I have to write in the form first, but I think it can go through as what. But I do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm all for it. Just make a proposal, and we can do advice process on it and bring it to a vote. Is there any other things that we should talk about for this this particular document here, or does everyone feel like we can just do a bit of async work on it? Good?
Async.
Async. Love it.
Thanks, Mitch.
Okay. Yeah. Does anyone else want to talk about anything before we can adjourn this overtime meeting?
I don't know if
Okay,
you can talk about
great.
this, but if anybody wants to stick around and briefly give feedback or look through the design thing I made for Give, would be awesome. I don't know if Mitch, you're free, or Ashley, or anyone else can stay, but just impromptu.
Will there be a Groovy bot?
I can put the Groovy bot, yeah.
Okay. Well,
I could stay for a little bit, but Forrest is on her way here. We're gonna go through this process and community proposal next. So, but until she gets here, I can stay.
Okay, perfect. I mean, if we even just do 10 minutes, it'd be great. I kind of just want it to be done.
Okay. And we've got a comms call at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Comms call is today or tomorrow?
Today.
Wow, it's today.
In like
It's
35
Wednesday,
minutes.
man. It's crazy. Okay, good. Well, I'm gonna close this out for now, and you guys have the link to the Notion, so feel free to add more comments or proposals for the goals. But I really think that if we arrived at this one here, I think we should stick with it and choose a course.
Sounds good. Sounds great. Get her done.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Mitch, for leading this, Perfect.
I'm glad. We can get all the brains in here in one room and really like make some important, effective decision making.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you.